Very good afternoon, all of you. Here I am Monika Dubey, Assistant Professor in Department of Applied Science and Humanity, IIMT Engineering College. Today, the topic of our talk is the Internet of Things, IoT, the present and the future. So let's start. Uh, the plan of the talk. Let's start with the introduction of the IoT. Here we see there are the many devices and sensors, software that are connected to each other. The ability to access these devices through a smartphone, your computer, that is called IoT, the Internet of Things. These devices are accessed from a distance. For example, we see in our AC, the sensor can gather the data regarding the outside temperature and accordingly adjust the temperature. It can increase or it can decrease with respect to the outside environment climate. And similarly, our refrigerator can also adjust the temperature accordingly. So all these devices have sensors that collect the data and show on its screen. So these devices are interconnected in a network, and if we see this data with the connection in our smartphone or our computer, so that is your IoT, Internet of Things, how it works. The entire process starts with the device themselves, such as your smartphone, digital watches, electronic appliances that securely can communicate with an Internet of Things platform. There are many sensors present in your car which constantly communicate with each other. A component called with the diagnostic bus gather the data from all these sensors and then passes it to the gateway in the car. The gateway collects and sort the data from different sensors. Now, discuss the component of IoT. There are four main components of IoT. First is your sensor or your device. Sensor can collect very minute data from the surrounding of environment, and the collected data may be in various degree of complexity, ranging from simple temperature monitoring, or you can say complex full video feed. After that, there is a need of connectivity. The collected data is sent to a cloud infrastructure, but it needs some medium for transport. Your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your internet connectivity is the transport of medium. Then we come for the data processing. The collected data that is at cloud that need to processing on the acquired data. This can range from something very simple, such as checking that temperature reading on the device, such as AC or heater, is within an acceptable range. It can sometimes also be very complex, such as identifying object, intruders, and uh, but if we connect these this display with your uh, smartphone or your computer, so there is a need of fourth component, that is your user interface. The information that has been collected after data processing, that is need to send end user. For that there is need of user interfacing. Your phone, your computer will be connected with the data processing. What is the goal of IoT? The goal of IoT is just to automate the human life, your home. in home entertainment, security, utilities of appliances, health should be connected to each other, and you can monitor your home, your activities in your home. If we go to transport, there's parking, traffic system, logistics, emergency services, highways that can also be connected with the internet of things and can accessed from a distance with the wisdom. And after that is see in community, it can also be automate environment, your surveillance, your retail, your factories, your smart metering, all can be automated with the help of IoTs. And if we see the national wide, there are the utilities, infrastructure, smart grids, remote monitoring, even defense can be automated with the help of Internet of Things. Your industries, your policymakers, your home users, doctors, nurse staff, all can be connected to automate human life. So ultimate goal of Internet of Things is to automate human life. If we see the current status and the future prospect of Internet of Things, so we can compare here with the world population. In the 2003, the world population was 6.3 billion and connected devices were 500 million. In if we see in 2010, the world population was 6.8 billion and connected devices were 12.5 billion. Here we can see the devices were almost two times of the world population. And when we see in 2015, the world population was 7.2 billion and the connected devices were 25 billion. That was 3.5 times of the world population. In the same scenario, we will go in 2025. So by 2025, there will be a world population 8.6 billion. So connected devices were 60 billion. 6.5 times of the world population the connected devices will get. So this is the future of Internet of Things. Here we can say the change is the only thing that is permanent in the world. If we see in a current scenario, IoT as a network of networks, there are many networks like transport, education, business, energy, home, security, analytics, management. They are also individually connected in the IoT and they are connected together also with the help of IoT. We can say IoT has become even more powerful in what it can help people achieve. It can also turns your data into the wisdom. So that is your knowledge management. Your IoT is very helpful to convert your data into the wisdom. Data is just a symbol or you can say less important information. Then it converts into some reasons who, what, where, when, then it converts into the information. After that, there is a need of knowledge that requires for the question of how. And after that, it is developing in the understanding that is appreciation of reason because why we are doing this. And after that, evolution of understanding, that is your wisdom. So with the help of Internet of Things, we can convert our data into the wisdom. How? We see later. If we discuss the potential of IoT, there is a value of industrial internet is huge and connected machine and data could eliminate up to 150 billion in waste across the industries. There are many industries. If we compare industries segment type of saving and estimated value over 15 years. So in aviation area, can see commercially 1% fuel of saving has been get, that is a cost of $30 billion. Similarly, in power industries, similarly in healthcare industries, similarly in rail and oil and gas industries. So, G estimates on potential of just 1% saving applied using IoT across global industries sector. There is need of to unlock some massive potential of IoT. How much I can see here, there is need to improve performance and reduction of cost is very important, and it should be innovative services creator and should provide new revenue streams also. If we see the IoT technology roadmap, so we can see in 2000 there was how much technology reach. RFID tags for taxilating, routing, inventorying, and loss prevention were used. That was on demand and expedited logistics. In 2010, surveillance, security, healthcare, transport, food safety, document management, all has been connected via IoT. In 2020, locating people and everyday objects, teleoperations and telepresence, ability to monitor and control distant objects that were using by the public by the 2020. So IT first started with the important logistics, and it has to come in the in for the uh, for the available for the public also. If we see application of IoTs, there are many applications and there is no limit of application of IoTs. Nowadays, we can say where IoT is using uh, buildings and home automations, IoT is using in manufacturing, IoT is using medical and healthcare systems, IoT is using media, IoT is using environmental monitoring, IoT is using infrastructure management, IoT is using energy management, transportation, and better quality of life for elderly. We are using Internet of Things, and this place where you name it, and you will have it in IoT. Let's start discussion one by one. uh, we can see the smart parking of IoTs. So this is the an example of smart parking using IoTs. Here, residents can identify and reserve the closest available space. Traffic wardens can identify non-compliance uses, and municipality can introduce demand-based pricing. So that is an example of smart parking across the city. Here we can say in the waste management, IoT is playing an important role. These garbage can are connected with the low cost passive sensors, and these sensors can uh, collect data and will send with the connectivity of internet to the cloud, and this cloud send the data to the garbage truck. When they are full, then garbage truck will come and to collect the garbage. Similarly, your city municipal your recycling plant, your manufacturing plant, your health and safety authorities can be connected and will send to data uh, information to collect the garbage to the garbage truck. Uh, f- this sensor is also IoT sensor is also applicable for the monitoring of holy cow. How we see this sensor has been connected with the in the form at the ear of the cow in the word of IoT, and these cow now are in the world of IoT. Sensors are implemented in the ears of cattle. This allow farmers to monitor their health, track their movement, ensuring a healthier, more plentiful supply of milk for people to consume. On average, each cow generates about 200 million MB of information per year. That information regarding their health, their needs, and their supply of healthier supply of their milk. Of course, we know nothing remains statistics, especially when it comes to the internet. Initiatives and advances such as Cisco planetary skin, G industrial internet, HP's central nervous system for the earth, and smart dust have the potential to add millions, even billions of sensors to the internet. As cow, water pipes, people, and even shoes, trees, and animals become connected to IoT, the world has the potential to become a better place. With the trillion sensors embedded in the environment, all connected by computing systems, software, sensors, and services, it will be possible to hear to the heartbeat of the earth, impacting human interaction with the globe as profoundly as the internet has revolutionized communication. That was said by Peter Hartwell. He was a senior researcher in HP Lab. So here we can say how much more IoT can do is only left to your imagination. So the future of IoT is the imagination of the human. If we see the shopping mall system, here, here we can see when someone enters the door, scanner will identify the tag that is placed on her cloth. After that, when the shopping in the market, the introduce goods will introduce themselves, that how much we are helpful to you and what the elements we have, what are the our gradients, like this. After that, when moving the goods, the reader will tell the staff to put a new one. And for the paying system of the good, there will be a microchip of credit card will communicate with the checkout reader, so there will be a automated paying for the goods. Your IoT can monitor your health also. So via wearing just your smartwatch at your wrist, you can measure how many steps you have walked today. You can monitor your health record, your sleeping pattern, your waking pattern, your heartbeat, just wearing a smartwatch. You can also know about you, where you are going, you have via navigations, and who you are interacted with, how long you have spoken to friends, the affinity of connections, how long it takes to get to work, the tone of your messages, the amount of your test, tweets, and updates, how much exercise you are getting, how much you get distracted, or how much you get attracted. All the information you can get with the help of IoTs. So here you can see the IoTs has converting your data into the wisdom. Wisdom is just evolution of understanding. IoT is helping us to know more about ourselves. It helps us in life loggings. Uh, there was a CEO of SoftBank, Yang. Yang said that we make it possible for millions of consumers to capture the quantify critical health and wellness data, and that was the example of IoT for the tracking of human mind. The flagship product Mindwave is a headset that can log into your computer using just a IoT system, and it can read your thoughts. Researchers recently used the EEG headset to develop a toy car that can be driven forward with the thoughts. Uh, NeuroSky's smart sensor can also track your heart rate, other bodily metrics, and can be embedded in the next generation of wearable devices. If we see what the future of IoT, we'll see by 2025 there will be the 60 billion machines that will be connected with the IoT systems. Your machines in real-time network planning, your shipment visibilities, hospital optimization, your intelligent medical devices will be connected with the IoT. Your machines will be connected with the IoT. Smart grid factory optimization will be done with the help of IoT. Your logistics optimization will be done with the help of the IoTs. If we see the future of IoT, in age of massive growth of the IoT, according to Forbes magazine, there will be the 60 billion machines that will be connected with the IoTs in the world. Means if there will be the 8 to 8 billion population of world, then there will be the 60 billion machines with the connection of internet of the things. Why the future of IoT is not just about the device that exists at the edge of the internet. The massive growth of the devices will drive change into the overall ecosystem, from cloud infrastructure to the means of communication among these devices. One of the largest growing segment in IoT will be data centers and analytics. One of the key area that could provide frictions to the IoT growth is that of security. IoT devices continue to be our largest malware, and the black hats who seek fame and fortune in the volunteer abilities of the IoT devices. The general problem with the IoT securely is once a single device is exploited, a massive number of the devices can then be exploited and are used as a fortune. With ongoing researching into security, the massive scale of machine learning applied to these problems, IoT will continue to profligate the find new applications in the homes, business, cities, etc. So here we can see the sky is not the limit. It is only the beginning with the IoT. If we see some criticism and controversy of the IoTs, we can see some scholars, social observers, and pessimists have doubt about the promises of the OV questions computing revolutions in the area, as some privacy concerns are there with the IoTs. Your monitoring has been done easily. security systems, your privacy may leak with the help of IoTs. So these are some controversies and criticism with the IoTs. Autonomy and control. You will give your control in the hand of machines. Human life just we automate. Automate means easier also, or automate means your control is in hand of machines. Social control that will be loose. Political manipulation, design, environmental impact. If we see the how much environmental impact will happen with the IoTs. Critics says that uh, uh, critics says that the whole human life will be depend on the automations, and that is and that is the drawback. That is the drawback of with the growth of the human individually, and that is also maybe harmful or have some negative impact on the environment or animals life, we can say. Uh, some that also pamper that will also pamper the decision making capacity of the human, that will be dependent on the machines, as the critics can see in the future of IoT. But after that, there is a huge future with the IoTs for the engineers. They can convert the whole way the word, and the actually the goal of IoTs is to automate the human life. So human life, how much it became the automate, that will be dependable on the machines. But in this era we are living, that demands that demands uh, of the high tech, and that high tech depends on the IoTs nowadays in a scenario, we can say. So for a summary, if we see, the IoT is just only tip of an iceberg, and its whole era is this. This is the IoT's Internet of Things. That is, these are some references I use here uh, for identifying the IoTs, its present, its future, and its applications. Thank you.